Hey everybody, how you doing? Uncle Dan here. It's the end of the day, Easter Sunday, about 4:30-ish, somewhere around there. And, I was thinking, you know, today's been a weird day. I do a lot of these videos here and there. I do them because I like doing them. I do them so I can entertain folk, or try to in my own weird, messed up way. But I also do them because sometimes it's a way I can connect and really kind of talk about stuff that's real, so folks out there that might be feeling it don't feel so alone, don't feel so different. Today's one of those days. So here we find ourselves on Easter Sunday. A lot of us can't connect with the family we want to connect with. If I had my way, we'd be having a big old Easter dinner with all my kids and grandkids here surrounding us and whatnot, and we just can't do that today. The world said no. So instead, I try and do what I can to at least come close to what it is I'm trying to do. And sometimes I hit the mark and sometimes I don't. Truth be told, I'm feeling pretty down today. Feeling pretty down, feeling like as a parent, as a grandparent, I haven't been able to hit the mark and I've disappointed those that I love and care about. Now, I know that's not the truth. That's just what my head, my thinking wants me to believe. So I do things to try and make myself feel better, help myself feel better. I decided, all right, so I got this stuff to clean up the electrical connectors on my bike. I'll do that and then I'll go for a nice ride. Get the bike out, starts up, no problem. Get it out, clean it up, no problem. Same problem, relay. So, all right, so I got to park the bike, no big deal, right? But it is a big deal. I figure, I'll go out and rake up the yard, and give my granddaughter a beautiful place to play. Because she was running around earlier pretending, she wasn't pretending, she was really doing it for her. She was doing parkour in the backyard, jumping over stumps and logs and benches and picnic tables and all that. And I come out and all but two of my rakes are broken, and the two that I have are kind of broken, but they work. So I'm like, whatever, I'll do what I can with that, and just piling one thing on top of the other, waiting for this normal to come back, right? That's what I keep hearing it everywhere. When is it going to be normal again? When are we going to return to norm? Oh, man. I tell you, I was stuck up here as I was raking. Just couldn't get it done. Just couldn't get it. Couldn't make the yuck stop. Well, so I did what I try to do when I recognize that happening. I turned to my Bible. And yesterday, I was talking about Mark, right? I read about Mark. I read about Mary going to the tomb and not finding Jesus there. And, the figure that appeared to her said, he is not here, he's alive, he is risen. So today I decided, when I wasn't feeling right, I was going to turn to my Bible, but I was going to go somewhere different. Today I went to Luke. And I went to Luke 24. And as I was sitting there trying to funnel through what was going on in my head, trying to piece it back together and make myself feel better, get out of this crap hole I fell in, I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm reading. And it was hard. It was hard until I got to Luke 24:5. And Luke 24:5 says, in their fright, the women bowed down with their faces to the ground. But the men that came to them said, why do you look for the living among the dead? Why do you look for the living among the dead? Why am I waiting for this normal to happen again? Why am I waiting to return to yesterday? Why am I waiting for what used to be, for what's dead? Truth is, I should just be focusing on what's here, what's real, what's now, And sometimes that's harder than other times, I know the truth of who I am. I know the truth of what I do. What I know up here and what I know down here are two different things sometimes. Sometimes it's in conflict with each other, right? The heart and the head and the heart. I think that's a band, the head and the heart. Somebody once said a long time ago, the longest journey is the journey that happens between the head and the heart. You know, today that was true for me. It's funny because when I get stuck up here in the head, my allies become enemies. Everybody has an ulterior motive. Everybody has a nefarious reason behind what they're doing, what they're saying. You know, what was that? The Saturday Night Live skit, right? They're all going to laugh at you, right? Up here. Down here. Down here is where the truth hides. It's where the truth is when the lies are loud. And the truth is, my allies, first of all, the truth is I don't have enemies, period. I don't have enemies, period. Man. And people around me that have nefarious intent behind what they do, God is my protector. Hasn't let me down yet. I have no reason to believe he's going to let me down now. So, you know, I go back to Luke 24:5. Why am I looking for the living among the dead? Why am I looking for the living among the dead? I'll never find validation out here. I'll never find that which makes me feel whole out here. I can find a lot of stuff to throw at that hole, that emptiness. It ain't gonna matter. I gotta have it in here. Oh, look on my grandkids' faces this morning. My granddaughter. And she was running through our backyard, hopping over logs and jumping across the picnic table. The look on my grandson's face when we went on the Easter egg hunt and he saw the first Easter egg. That's this stuff right there. All the other stuff is just static. So, this isn't the Uncle Dan, the foolish one that comes up with funny stuff to say sometimes. This isn't the Uncle Dan that walks barefoot in the snow or goes out in the ocean in the middle of winter. This is the one that's got a boo-boo. And it's okay to have boo-boos sometimes. Peace.